Hey, what is going on, everybody? My name is TheMrHuntinNoobs. Real quick, I want to thank you guys for stopping by, checking out the video for today. I got a little special edition, kill two birds with one stone, you dick. I have a 40 bomb for Friday. I don't know why. I feel like I need to scream like that every time I do the 40 bomb Friday intro. Also, as promised, I have a Through My Eyes. Holy shit. Are you fucking kidding me? We got another Through My Eyes? Can you fucking... No, you're probably not acting like that. But, you know, for the people that appreciate the series, it's probably feeling that way. So, real quick, I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. And, you know what? This is 3 birds with one stone. Because your boy HuntNoobs is uploading some fucking 480p for your EYE. And I know you can DIG. Because I go ham status with the M16 silence. I think I go 40 and 5 or 40 and 8, something like that. With a silent M16. And I think I get 3 choppers or something like that. So your boy HuntNoobs was doing work. So hopefully you guys enjoy the gameplay if you don't enjoy the commentary. But I'm hoping you enjoy the commentary a little bit more than the gameplay. So I'm going to finish up with the babbling bullshit. Let's jump off right into it, boys and girls. For the people that may or may not know, Through My Eyes is a series that I just talk about the trials and tribulations of my life. I've integrated Call of Duty into this, and I know I use the same old lame intro, but it's just the best way I can explain to you guys. And if you guys happen to find this somewhat intriguing or interesting, it's really simple. 2 steps you could do, or 1 easy step. The hard way to do it is just click on the link in the description and just piggyback all the way back to the beginning. Or you could do the easy way and just scroll down in the description a little bit further, and there is a folder there for you guys to click on that will have all 20 plus of my videos of the series in that folder, and that way you guys can just at your leisure time to go through whatever video you want to watch or wherever you're at. You know, you can keep track of it easier that way. So hopefully you guys will be able to do that. So as always, I ended on a juicy note, and you know, it's kind of what I do, man. I like to you know, that cliffhanger, you know what I'm saying? That's my favorite part about this series here. So I was talking to you guys about asking my wife out, or my soon-to-be wife. She wasn't my wife at the time, and I was asking her to come have dinner with me. And now you guys remember too, man, this has been, let's see, we've been married 12 plus years, so 12, 13 years ago when this happened. So I try to remember exactly how it happened. It's just really tough sometimes. But I remember going up to her and asking her if she would have dinner with me. And again, she gave me this distraught look like, who the fuck are you? And that's exactly what her response was. And you are, and give me that pause look. I'm like, you don't know who I am? You know, I'm Larry. I'm the guy that works around. Okay, I'm my head between my fucking, you know, legs, or tail between my legs, and walk away slowly. And and so she told me no. Like, you know, she's like, who are you? And told me no. So I was like, wow. I guess I really didn't make that type of impact on her I was hoping I had before by giving her the old googly eyes. You know what I'm saying? So I just shrugged it off, right? You know, it's just no big deal, whatever. She said no. Probably about maybe an hour or 2 into it, I went up to her and asked her again, like, are you sure? You know, are you positive about it? And I got a laugh out of her, a giggle, you know? And I knew I was winning right then. It's like, okay, I got a giggle out of her, so I am definitely winning this battle right now. So I came up with the idea of going to my buddy, Howard. I don't know if I've told this story before, but I went up to my buddy and said, hey, man, listen, you guys, you have a friend. You have a mutual friend, right? Between her, here's what it was. My buddy Howard was dating a girl that was a friend of hers. And I figured if we can just get to a neutral spot, right? You know, come over to his house. I said, invite her to your house. And that way she would feel comfortable, especially knowing her friend and you're there. And, you know, she don't feel weirded out by it, not really know who I am. He's like, oh, shit, hell, I'm down. So he went up to his girlfriend at the time and asked her, hey, is there any way you can ask her to come have dinner with us? And she went and asked her, and she said she already had plans. Like, you know, I've already had plans to go somewhere else and have dinner. But my friend's girlfriend said she insisted, and she actually said yeah. So I was fucking super stoked, man. I was like a kid at the candy store. And I was truly happy about this. So we had one of the most ghettoest fucking Thanksgiving Day dinners ever. You gotta understand, he and I were fresh. I think I might have been out at a halfway house at the time. No, I was still in a halfway house, I believe. Yeah, I was still in a halfway house. But I was kind of like getting out. I was getting off on my own into the apartment complex, right? Being able to live with them. Now, he was still in the halfway house. So, you know, I was still attached by the probation officer, but he was getting out. But you guys got to understand, we were fresh out. So money was money was not, you know, we didn't have much of it. So when we went over to his house, we had dinner, I shit you not, on the floor. Like, they threw a blanket out on the floor. We sat down, and Indian style. Oh, you got to be politically correct now. Crisscross applesauce. Don't want to offend anybody. Fucking butthurt pussies. So we sat down and had dinner that way, and it was an awesome night, man. We sat there, we talked. We actually went in and to his bedroom, and, you know, get your mind out the gutters. And we had watched a movie, man. And I guess some people might consider it cute, but I fell asleep on her lap. I don't know. I mean, I'm sitting there. There's one thing I cannot do, man. I cannot lay down and watch movies. I just fucking can't do it. I will fall asleep almost every time, especially after eating a big-ass dinner like that. But I lay down, and she said she thought it was adorable how she was running her fingers through my hair. I was watching this movie, and you know, we had a connection, man. It was pretty fucking awesome. I knew from the get-go that she was something special, you know. Me being a typical douchebag guy, I did break up with her, though. Like, you know, I was after the you know, I don't want to say the poot nanny, but in all honesty, that's what it was. So I was looking to hit it, and after I did it, you know, it's like I was a douchebag guy. I really was back in the day. So for any ladies watching this, I do apologize because I was, but there's a lot of people out there like that. We are all douchebags, so don't trust anything we fucking say. Sorry, guys, I'm putting that out there on the table. But, and I broke up with her, and it was bad news, man, because I knew she was special, and I had a bit of a delay there in the microphone, guys, so I apologize about that. I had to fix it real quick, but anyways, like I said, I knew she was special. After about a week or so went by, I remember sitting at my bar, and I would say hi to her, and she just kept walking. She didn't even acknowledge me, and I was like, damn, dude, that's fucked up. I must have really hurt her, and at the end of the day, being a douchebag or whatever the hell you want to call I was doing, I still didn't want to hurt her feelings, so I went back to her and with my tail tucked between my legs and told her, I said, hey, listen, I would really like for you to give me another shot. I know I fucked up. If anything doesn't pan out of this but a friendship, I'm perfectly fine with that. And luckily for me, she had a bit of a pity party on myself, and she said yes. And it was amazing, you know. There's something special about the first couple months of a relationship, man. You're getting to know each other. You're kind of doing some wrestling moves in the bedroom, you dick. But it's an awesome experience, and ours wasn't anything short of that at all. But I mean, it was. Or did I say it wrong? Whatever. You guys understand what I'm saying. It was amazing, man. It was a kick-ass time. Well, unfortunately with her, she was from Argentina, so she was there on a visa internship, and I knew the only way that to prevent her from going back home was to ask her to marry me. So within 6 months of knowing each other, what do? I asked her to marry me, and she said yes. So who's crazier, me for asking her to marry me or her for saying yes? Like, you know, so we were two peas in a pod. Obviously, we were just meant to be. So within 6 months of knowing each other, we're married. We have our own place. Going through immigration and all that stuff, or INS is what it's called. It's pretty hectic, so you need to be living with each other. The interviews and stuff were intense after a couple years. I'll explain that a little bit later on. But here's something else that happened crazy within a short amount of time. So within 6 months we're married. Within a year, maybe a year and a half at the most, within a year of the 6 months, so a year and a half altogether from the relationship, come to find out she's pregnant. Your boy Hunting Noobs doesn't pull out. But no, seriously, this was planned. I don't know why. That's something else I don't recommend. Do not plan on having a kid at that young of an age. But, you know, we said we were ready, so be it. So the life that we had became quite interesting really fast. So I'm making it to all the doctor's appointments and things of that nature, and it's a lot of cool shit you learn. We're going to all the classes and whatnot, right? We're going to the classes to learn how to do CPR on a kid. And a funny story about the CPR on a kid is when I was in there, they gave me the doll to kind of pat on his stomach or whatever, like hit it on his back or whatever, and the head popped off of the doll. This is a true story. And so I'm like, damn, I come here to learn how to save life, and I killed the kid. And something else that really funny to fucking happen was the guy gave me the doll, and after he popped the head back onto the doll, he gave it to me, sets it down. And now we're going to go to the point of where we're pressing down on the chest with our fingers, and then we have to breathe into the doll's mouth. Well, for some reason, my doll was a bit defective. Everything I was doing, the chest was not raising. So the instructor came over to me. He says, okay, fine. I want you to tilt the head back, and I want you to blow into the doll's mouth as hard as you can. And I'm going to end it on there, guys. This is fucking hilarious. A few people I've told this story to on YouTube. You guys know what's about to happen. But it gets fucking hilarious. You won't believe what happened to me. It's so embarrassing. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy the series. I hope you enjoy me uploading a video quite fast. I know I went over a bit. I do apologize about that. But, you know, it is what it is. You know, I have a video for you guys. Hopefully you enjoy it. With that being said, it's your boy Hunting Noobs. I'm out this bitch.